Why do I want to be a UX designer? Number one, I have always been a very creative person and I like using my creativity to solve problems. I went to school for art and design. I was originally a painting concentration, and then I switched over to a graphic design concentration because I realized that I thrived by using my creativity to solve a specific problem. Number two, I have a knack for coming up with ideas. I really enjoy, and I think I'm very good at the whole process of taking in information on a problem and coming up with an idea to solve it. Number three, I really like that UX is a human centered field. I like that I'm able to make a difference in one person's life just by making something a little bit easier or making their day a little bit better. I think by solving problems on a small scale, we can solve some big problems for people on a big scale. Why would I like to work at Fix? I was interested in that Fix makes maintenance software because I think that's something I can really bring to the table, and something that I'm very interested in is that I think I'm great at looking at processes and figuring out how to make them more efficient. My big project in school was a procrastination app where I looked at the process of getting things done and figured out how I could help people complete them. Um, Also, Fix seems like a culture that I would be able to grow. I like working collaboratively, especially with individuals from different backgrounds, with different professions, and with different opinions. I think that makes for a really interesting workday. I also like that Fix seems to be a group of very passionate people. As someone who is very passionate about design, I think that being surrounded by like minded people, I think would really allow me to grow. A time I had a conflict with a coworker. I work at a high end hotel um, as a bartender for events held at the hotel, and uh, it was toward the end of the night and it was quite slow. So my co bartender wanted to break down the bar. And I disagreed because, in my experience, it would end up being more time consuming to break down the bar early, because if someone did come up for a drink, we'd end up unpacking things and then having to repack them. And also, the client had paid for the bar to be open for a certain amount of time, so it wasn't fair to the client, I felt, to close down the bar early. And so I try to go about conflict in the most non personal way possible and the least dramatic way possible. And so I stated my opinion and I stated why I felt that way. And he stated his opinion, and I tried to listen the best I could and to empathize with him, and to hopefully figure out a conflict. And we were able to come to an agreement where we would just put away some of the things that weren't being sold at all, but ultimately waiting to break down the bar until it was scheduled to be broken down.